It's a benefit for Deb Stevens at the Logos Radio Network at Brave New Books. Love Brave New Books. It's a really cool bookstore in Austin. If you're out in the Austin area, you haven't checked it out. I'm a bookstore junkie. I always check out bookstores whenever I go to a city, and one of the best ones I've been to is Brave New Books' Harlan store at 1904 Guadalupe Street, Suite B in Austin, and that will be the 29th, Wednesday the 29th, day after tomorrow. We'll start around 6 or 6. Actually, we'll start at 7 p.m. Get there early because we always fill up Harlan's bookstore. And then the next night I'll be in Dallas, or in Allen, Texas, outside of Dallas, 705 Central Expressway South. That's the Hilton Garden Inn in Allen. And that is this Thursday. Hope to see you out there if you are in the Texas area. Okay, 844-236-6010 is our number. Talking a little about brainwaves and anxiety. One of the quickest ways, one of the fastest ways to activate alpha state, aside from breathing, slow, deep breathing, one of the quickest ways is to do something called open focus attention. Open focus attention is where we expand our awareness towards the space that surrounds things. Under ordinary circumstances, we're focusing directly on whatever's showing up in our environment. We're focusing directly on things, on our computers, on our televisions, radios, cars, chairs, whatever. Or sometimes we're focusing directly on internal experiences. We're focusing directly on our thoughts, the thoughts we're thinking, or the feelings we're feeling. This is called narrow attention or closed focus attention. And when we direct our attention this way, we're directing our attention in a closed focus way on whatever's showing up in our environment, we're practicing a conditioned habit that's based in survival. We needed to, in the jungle, when we were growing up, we needed to focus on what was occurring. Human beings evolved in the African savanna and in the jungle, and we needed to focus closely, narrowly to survive. There were tigers everywhere, so we had to look and we had to scan for our environment, and we had to focus very closely. And likewise today, in our 21st century concrete urban jungles, we got to focus to survive. But the survival-based closed focus or narrow focus attention activates beta waves, which are important for survival, but they're also associated with the stress nervous system, the survival nervous system, the sympathetic nervous system. And as we said so many times in this program, disease and mental health challenges are associated with excessive sympathetic nervous system fight or flight survival stress response. And we do this chronically. We focus closely or narrowly chronically. We're going to be chronically activating the stress response nervous system, and ultimately our bodies can't heal. They can't regenerate. We can't digest our food. We can't absorb nutrients. Under conditions of closed, narrow focus, under conditions of sympathetic stress nervous system activation, it becomes difficult to be healthy, especially if we're diseased. It becomes difficult to heal. Accelerated aging is also associated with this excessive sympathetic response. From a mental health perspective, chronic beta wave activation, stress response activation, stress nervous system activation leads to mental health issues, including anxiety, bipolar disorder, depression. Ultimately, even psychotic disorders, paranoia, and schizophrenia are associated with excessive beta wave activity, excessive fight or flight activity, excessive sympathetic nervous activity, sympathetic nervous system activity. So the alternative, this becomes important, the alternative to closed focus is open focus. The alternative to narrow focus is broad focus, and this open focus or broad focus can help relieve many of the symptoms of excessive beta brainwave activity, which is important. Nobody's saying not to have any beta brainwave activity here. We want to eliminate it. That's important for problem solving and day-to-day activities. It's the excessive beta wave activity that becomes problematic, and learning to open focus can relieve many of the symptoms associated with this kind of excessive activity, excessive beta brainwave activity. Open focus is a way of placing attention where we kind of have a diffuse attention. Instead of focusing right on the computer I'm looking at my computer monitor right now, instead of focusing right on my computer monitor, I kind of focus around it. Instead of focusing directly on things, we focus broadly on our environment. It involves placing attention around objects rather than on objects. You can do this right now. Just if you're sitting there in your living room or in your kitchen or wherever, try, instead of focusing on, say, a plate or a bowl or a book, try to focus around the plate or the bowl or the book, and you'll notice that there's kind of a relaxation effect that kicks in simply by placing your attention around the object rather than on the object. In terms of our internal experiences, feelings and thoughts and such. It involves placing attention on the internal screen that the thoughts and feelings are showing up on. Thoughts and feelings show up internally on a kind of screen. And we never notice the screen. We're always focusing on the thoughts or the feelings. But if you kind of place attention around the thought or feeling, you'll notice that the thoughts or feeling are taking place on something. And when you place attention on what these feelings are taking place on, you'll notice that a relaxation effect kind of kicks in. You can experience this by reading a page. Just open up a book or a magazine or a newspaper and notice how when you read, you look at the words, but if you start to focus around the words, on the space around the words, rather than on the words themselves, you'll notice that you're relaxing a little bit. By the way, this is how you speed read. Speed reading involves placing attention not directly on words, but around words or on clumps of words. You can also experience this by becoming aware of the space between your eyes rather than on your eyes, or rather than placing attention on what you're actually seeing, kind of place attention between your eyes. And you'll notice that you're starting to relax. And this can be pretty tricky or difficult at first because we're so habituated to seeing the world in this survival stance, in this survival posture, which requires us to be in a narrow focus. But the reward of persistence and consistency in going into this open focus mode is a sense of relaxation, a slower brainwave functioning, alpha and theta states, and healing and well-being that are associated with these brainwave states. You can also try viewing your environment out of the periphery of your vision. Instead of focusing through the middle of your eye, focus on the outside part of your eye. Focus on the periphery of your vision, and you'll notice just by focusing on the periphery that there's a sense of relaxation. You're going into alpha state as you're focusing on the periphery of your vision. People who practice psychic techniques will tell you that by activating the peripheral vision, they can kind of see auras, or they can see light around people. If you want to see auras, if you're interested in seeing auras or seeing kind of a light haze around people, around trees, or around living beings, pets, or whatever, try practicing concentrating out of your periphery, activating your peripheral vision. This is also how the magic eye works. If you've ever seen those magic eye books, you'll notice that you can kind of, by going into open focus, you can actually see another dimension arising out of the magic eye page. Magic eye is this really, they call it a 5D picture, where by looking at a picture, it looks like gibberish, but if you look at it correctly, a scene kind of arises out of the page. And one of the ways you can make this happen is by activating the periphery of your vision. And you'll notice that if you have a hard time seeing the scene come out of magic eye, you're probably focusing too narrow on the picture. All right, got a few more things to say, then we'll take your phone calls. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll be back right after this.
Did you know by age 50, half of all men have an enlarged prostate? This means more urges to urinate, longer bathroom trips, waking at night to urinate, or issues with sex. If this sounds familiar, call us now, because we're shipping free bottles of Super Beta Prostate to listeners of this station. Super Beta Prostate is a non-prescription formula guaranteed to reduce the symptoms of your enlarged prostate. It's yours free. Pay only shipping and handling. Just call 1-800-281-8583. In clinical trials, the ingredient in Super Beta Prostate was shown to reduce urges to urinate, improve bladder emptying, reduce waking at night to urinate, and improve quality of life. This Super Beta Prostate free offer is for listeners of this station, but it won't last. Don't wait. Just call 1-800-281-8583. That's 1-800-281-8583. Call 1-800-281-8583.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
Worried about getting sick and feeling terrible for days or even weeks? You need Immudyne for a healthy immune system. Why get sick and bother with products that just don't work? For just $1 a day, Immudyne is all natural and safe for all lifestyles. Call 866-257-8668 to buy now before it's too late, before you get sick. Or go to IMMUDYNE.com, Immudyne.com, or call 866-257-8668.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Yeah?
Did you want to see me, sir?
Well, I did, but now that I do, I'm not so sure.
Sir?
Johnson, I got a mission for you that could change your life.
Oh, good, sir.
It involves traveling halfway around the world without so much as half a clue of where you're going or what you're going to do when you get there.
Situation normal, sir?
Uh-huh. Well, I'll be leading this mission, Johnson, so I'll be telling you what to do.
You, sir?
That's right, Johnson, and I say first things first.
Oh, good plan, sir.
And what I say is first is food. Always remember that, Johnson. Food is a big deal.
Sir, my brother-in-law can get us a really good deal on some surplus MREs.
Johnson, if you've got half a brain and that empty head of yours, you'll call the freeze-dry guy like I did. That food is better for you, it rehydrates faster, and it's good, Johnson. And it keeps for up to 30 years.
Will we be gone that long, sir?
I hope not. Now get your supplies organized and meet me down to the pier at dawn on Sunday. We sail at sunrise.
Yes, sir.
This adventure is brought to you by the Freeze Dry Guy. Call 866-404-3663 or visit freezedryguy.com.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99 and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Independently leading the way for the nation. Compelling talk for every political persuasion. We are GCN.
Okay, welcome back to the Bright Side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. A couple more things to say here, and then we'll get your phone calls. 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's see here. Viewing our environment out of the periphery of our peripheral vision can activate the alpha state. You can notice an immediate relaxing effect when you activate this peripheral vision. And there's also nutrition that you can use to help stabilize brainwave or to brainwave states or to kind of relax brainwave states. GABA, G-A-B-A, has been used to treat epileptic disorders and also to treat anxiety disorders and mental health issues. You can get GABA in any health food store, maybe 500 to 1,000 milligrams a day. You might want to take it at bedtime because it is very relaxing. It's associated with the alpha state, GABA. The supplement GABA and the brain chemical GABA is associated with the alpha state. There's also a chemical that's found in, or a nutrient that's found in green tea called theanine, T-H-E-N-I-N-E. Theanine is also associated with alpha brainwaves. You can get theanine in green tea. This might be one of the reasons why green tea is the most popular beverage in the world after water, because of its theanine content. It has a relaxing effect. And by the way, caffeine will activate beta brainwave states. This is why people use caffeine to stay alert. Theanine, GABA can relax the brain and activate the alpha state. And then niacin also. The B complex in general is used, can be used for brain health. And vitamin B3 or niacin is also associated with the alpha state. And indeed, niacin and niacinamide, niacin's cousin, vitamin B3, has been used to treat social anxiety disorder, Asperger's syndrome,